I mean, it's something about a fresh line. Make a man feel like $1,000,000. Fresh fade, get the tape or the shadow on it. Them waves so deep, you need a paddle for them. I mean, it's more than just hair. It's the confidence you feeling when you step up out that chair. And I swear, they tell me every bob is mean. From Trav, Herm, B to Saeed, now say hello to the team. Cause the style supreme, my nigga, don't forget the style supreme. They know the style supreme, supreme style. Keep the whole town clean. Get a can of that sheen, spray it on me, make me feel like a king. That's what I mean by gold dreams. And they gon' get up on this smooth shit one day. And you could even bang this cut on a Sunday, Monday. A bunch of Blake Griffins with them clippers. A Chris Paul throwing lives to us all. It's more than a cut, you don't need no stitches for this. Walk around with your missus for this. They know it's squizzy, but we gon' say exquisite for this. Exquisite for this. Put your sons, put your pops, put your neighbors on it. That flavor on it, then finish it with a razor on it. Because it's more than a cut though. I swear it's more than a cut. Now grab a mirror. Right after that finishing touch. Get up out the chair, you know what's up. I mean, it's more than a cut, though. I swear it's more than a cut. Now grab a mirror. Right after that finishing touch. Get up out the chair, you know what's up. Just got a fresh cut, now I'm on the scene. Colfax, Ivy, one love the Supreme. Lead us.
In my day, the barber was a counselor. He was a fashion expert. He was a style coach. Pimp, just general all-around hustler.
All the 66 years I lived, I said all them things a long time ago. But I say this here, I'm still pretty.
Peace, everybody. You are watching the Supremely Faded podcast with the Supreme Style Barbers. We back. We had an exciting show last week where we talked about the Holly. We were giving some advice to stick to cutting hair, selling life insurance, but we podcast too. We do a whole lot of stuff at Supreme Style. we do's that. We're community guys, right? So we got the Supreme Style Barbers in the building. Aloye, Trav, B, Saeed. And we're gonna have an exciting show. So y'all come into the room, We're gonna get started. What's going on, Supreme Style? We got Yolanda. We got the co-hostess with the mostest in the building.
Got my shirt on today, representing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, representing.
Got that merch. Supreme Style, what's going on? Yolanda just came back from vacation. She was in the DR.
The DR, girls trip.
Girls trip.
She was at the doctor.
Yes, so much fun.
Punta Cana. I love the DR. DR is dope. DR is dope.
Yes, it is. Especially just seeing people like us.
Punta Cana.
Light, to dark.
Right.
All shades of
All black, though. All black. We got some interference, but y'all come into the room. We want to talk about, last week when we were on the podcast, we were broadcasting, and during the time of the broadcast, there was a shooting at East High School, and a couple of deans got shot. And the young man who did the shooting, 17-year-old black boy, ended up, they said, killed himself up in, what's that little county called? Park County.
Park County.
That's what they said. And, you know, we have to take their word for it because we weren't there. But last night, there was a meeting at New Hope Baptist Church. And, you know, they're talking about stopping the violence again. Again and again.
How? What was the solution?
That part.
What was the solution?
I don't know. I don't know what they came up with, Trav. I don't know what they came up with.
I didn't see the post till it was like 8 o'clock when I saw it. I would have went if I'd have known.
Yeah, if I'd have known, I would have slid by there as well. But I didn't hear about it until I saw it on the news.
Yeah, I saw the part. I was watching the Donald on American. That's a good way to stop the violence. Take your ass home and watch TV.
Stay at home and watch the All-American game. Yeah.
But the I mean, that's a good question, though, Trav. Let's explore that.
Well, let's go back to this shooting at East last week.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we only know what is fed to us, so
right.
you got to take it with a grain of salt. But they said the young man that did this shooting had to be checked every day for weapons.
Right.
So my question is, if he's having to be checked every day for weapons, then why is he even allowed in that building?
Wow.
Can we start there?
Common sense questions.
That's a program they have. It's called the safety program. So,
but not all students don't have to be checked.
No, not all students, but if you
you're on the safety program.
If you land on that list, you have to get checked. My little cousin goes to East. She's also on that list.
Wow.
So
but what put you on the list? So
she got caught with a gun last year. She got a gun last year.
Okay, so that's
so anything violent, like say you go through the courts, they really want you to stay in school. They don't want you to like really fail out. So they give you a chance, like a second chance, whatever. And anything that happens, and that's part of the program. It's called a safety program. So they have to search you. Although it's embarrassing to the kid,
right?
But they have to do it. Like they get searched every day. They cannot go in that building without getting searched. So you think about it. Every day you show up, and whether you got that mindset that day or not, your peers are looking at you and they're like, ooh.
Oh yeah,
They probably don't do it in front of people.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Well, that ain't good.
Wow.
Well, that's not good at all. That's another subject for another day because that's not cool either. But my thing is, and I understand not kicking kids out for a mistake because, you know, we all need grace.
Right.
You know, none of us are perfect. We
right.
all, you know, we all do what we do. But my thing is, why isn't there some type of other, like, alternative school or building or something that these kids can go to where they're not in the general public of the regular kids at school?
Good question. And let me say this. Montague's in the building. Michelle is in the building. Tilly, Daryl Kuntz is in the building. My sister Wiletta's in the building. Peace, Wiley. I was talking to my man Derek Hawkins, who's the dean over at MLK in Green Valley Ranch. And he was saying that, because I asked the same question, like, what happened to the alternative schools? And there's very few of them, one, and they're all filled up.
Wow.
To capacity.
I can agree with that because I cut at one of those alternative schools like every other week. And
right.
I started doing that about 3 weeks ago. And it's called Academy of Urban Living.
Right.
Over there off of Federal. Packed to capacity. Packed to capacity. You know, so I don't know how Then you can have like some other schools or somebody needs to open up some other ones.
Or see this, and then it goes even deeper than that. Because what is the criteria that puts you into these alternative schools? So I mean, if you do one mistake, automatically you're labeled a bad seed and you have to go.
Yes.
Or is there, to your point, if you get caught coming with a gun or something, that's serious enough where you do need to be in an alternative school. But if you just whoop somebody's ass one day, does that make you have to go to the alternative school?
I don't think so. No. I think it has to be like some violence.
It's mainly gun violence.
Okay.
It's mainly gun violence. And
more.
the thing is, if you, from
I
what...
had a place called Street Academy where I used to go for all bad kids. They need to open that, something like that back up.
I think they do. They said they're full.
Yeah, they're full.
Oh.
The street is full.
It's full?
Yeah, it's full.
That's crazy.
So, and I think the only way they'll expel you is if you bring a gun to school.
Right.
But if you're involved in some gun violence outside of school, you know what I'm saying, you're just shooting at some of your partners in the park. Then they'll put you on a safety program like Trav was talking about.
So was that his story at his prior school?
Yeah, I think he got expelled from Cherry Creek schools.
Yes.
Right.
He had one of those those guns that they get in the mail and
They put together.
Right.
Oh, like the 3D guns?
Yeah, those guns, that's what it's called.
Wow.
Those guns. Oh, okay.
Wow. That's interesting.
So yeah, it's crazy. I think metal detectors and even the police back in the school. Put the police officer back in the school, let him sit his ass in there and make all the money. And police, I think they think it's more dangerous to be in the school than on the beat.
Right.
Because any day something could happen. You seen the lady that went to the damn elementary school?
Oh yeah, Nashville.
In Nashville.
That was crazy.
Yes.
And kids.
Wow.
Gun violence is at an all-time high.
And you got these are little kids.
9-year-old.
So what's the answer?
Okay, I got
In the
it.
chat room, in the barbershop, what is the answer? Trav got an answer.
Let the teachers strap up.
No, I don't necessarily know that
Let the
right
teachers,
now.
listen, let the teachers strap up. Let the teachers strap up. Listen, let all the administrators strap up. Because what I know is a nigga go to a gunfight, he don't want to go to a gunfight when he know another motherfucker got a gun. So they really that's gonna limit on the shooting. I'm telling you.
No, they
You know the teachers got a gun.
But then
You're not gonna come around.
the teachers are going to be on the news shooting kids. Oh, I felt threatened.
Right.
Oh, he came in my face. Or she jumped up. I felt threatened. No, we can't. No, we can't do that.
He said, let the teacher strap
Let
up.
the teachers strap up.
Next solution.
No, we can't do that.
Hey, well, how you gonna protect yourself in the school?
Oh my God.
How you gonna protect yourself in the school?
Trev, your wife commented, she said that is not the answer. Mr. Adams.
That is one of the answers. I'm
That
telling
is
you.
not the answer on any level.
With the kids today, if the kids know,
Alana said, bye, daddy.
No.
you were sitting up. You were sitting up.
Yeah, you were sitting up, for sure.
Hey, see, Wally's on my side. Wally's like, hell yeah.
Right. Right. Well, let him will be on your side, Trav.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
Metal detectors,
But armed security.
The metal detectors. What else?
armed security.
They got the police back in the school. Back in East, they got
That's what I'm
SRO.
saying. So, why can't the teachers be along with the well, especially those ones that's frisking down the kids.
Yeah.
I think you gotta let the securities frisk them down.
I agree with that. If you have to be frisked down, I do believe it should be armed security frisking you down.
Yeah.
Because if you're at that level, then they don't know what to expect.
Right.
So that I do agree with, but
Yeah.
not the teachers.
Wow. Oh snap! Jay Burns is coming up in here.
Oh, get a chair. Let's get a chair for this
Jay Burns is in the building. Okay.
We got him
in the chat room, as well as in the barbershop. Jay Barnes is in the building.
You want my chair?
I was around the way, brother.
Pull up a chair.
I think there's too many guns in America.
In America. I believe that.
But what you can't get rid of them. It's too late.
And they're never gonna.
It's too late. And the gun sales done went up. It go up every year.
And they stay going up.
They go up every year. Now that the kids know how to make a gun, it's over.
Then they cited some statistics that I was watching on the news the other day before yesterday, that children in Denver, 1 in 4 kids have the ability, 1 in 4, to access a weapon like almost immediately.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I'm with Alana. Alana said homeschooling. I think homeschooling is a good way, but you're gonna have a whole lot of little dumb.
I was just about to say that. These
and they're already socially not.
Yeah, they're not ready.
They're socially awkward now. Then they're being homeschooled, and then they're never leaving their house. And then these dumbass parents teaching these kids, I can't.
That's why you need to have, if you go homeschool, you need to connect with other parents who are homeschooling their children too. So each child is socially awkward. The parents will have support and things like that. You have like a parent-teacher co-op, homeschool co-op. And then that's your answer. Because the children ain't learning in these schools anyway.
Yeah, they're not learning that anyway.
Teachers are dumb themselves.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You get to go in your pajamas to go to school, man. That's dumb than a motor. You ain't gonna learn shit.
How about if the principal start beating that ass again, like old school?
Yeah. Get the Joe Clark back in this motherfucker.
You know, just the
where the Joe Clark with the chains on the doors.
My sister said, get the principal a baseball bat.
Joe Clark.
What do you say? The wooden paddle in the principal's office.
Right.
Man.
You smoke crack, don't you?
don't you smoke crack? Yeah.
No, but for real, like we gotta figure. We can't figure it out. Like, I think we come up with like some type of solution, but they're not gonna go by nothing. And the whole thing is, you send your kid to school, and you scared of this kid. So why would you send this little bad motherfucker to me?
Right.
Because I don't want to
listen, man. Listen. You know, when you have outrageous situations, man, you need outrageous solutions. And I know we said they're never gonna get rid of guns. They're never gonna get rid of guns. But we need to get rid of guns. Look at this. I just want y'all to consider this. Hold on. Look. Okay, so the National Shooting Sports Foundation, the gun industry's trade group, publishes firearm production reports that draw on a host of sources, including the ATF, the U.S. International Trade Commission, and the Congressional Research Service. In 2020, the group reported that the estimated total number of overall firearms in civilian possessions is 433.9 million.
God damn.
There's only 300 million people in Denver. In the country. 300 million people in the country, but you got over 400 million guns.
Gun Nation.
We're doomed.
We can't really blame guns, man.
I'm not blaming guns.
It's the people.
Let me say for the record. Right, let me say for a record. I am not blaming guns. Guns are tools, right? It's like a hammer is a tool. A drill is a tool. We use tools for certain things. What do you use the AR-15 for?
You ain't hunting rabbits with that.
1776.
You see what I'm saying? But and my position has always been that the overwhelming majority of Americans, I don't care what y'all say, y'all can get mad at me if you want to, are too immature to own firearms.
They are.
They're emotionally involved in their,
But when you got it, you like, you know what? Nobody fucking with me.
You
know what I'm saying?
feel on top of
Exactly.
Like I have my appointment next week for my concealed license.
Right.
So, because I ain't trusting these people out here either, though.
So then after you get your license, you're gonna be like, I wish a nigga would.
I wish a motherfucker would.
That's how it is.
So I agree with you on that point. Is that a lot of people are too immature because when they get a gun, they feel like their conflict resolution.
Oh,
I don't need to talk.
Yeah.
I don't need to break myself out of this.
Real talk.
Because I got this gun.
Right.
And this motherfucker better not say shit to me.
Right.
You're right. So
That's real.
So that's what it does to your mentality, especially when you come in late in the game.
Right.
See, a lot of hood motherfuckers been carrying guns since they were 9.
Yeah.
And they never committed a murder, a lot of them, believe it or not. Because they actually grew with it. And this is and in the hood, believe it or not, especially our generation, we was taught you don't pull that motherfucker out
Unless you
you're
use it.
gonna use it.
Right.
And if you use it, you abuse it.
But there's no more old school etiquette like that no more. You know what I mean? Like you got a bunch of young Thundercats. First thing they do is they pull that stick out.
That thing out.
And they getting desensitized with these video games.
Yep.
You are
Video games,
getting
movies,
hundreds of
music.
thousands of hours practicing shooting and killing.
Yes.
It kills it desensitizes
Yes.
you.
It
The
really
brain,
does.
It does.
Absolutely.
I'm a grown man
I agree.
with a grown, and I was playing them fucking video games. I'm keeping real Call of Duty when it first came out, and it desensitized me. And,
Right.
and I'm thinking to myself, I'm mad because they talking shit online.
Right.
Little white boys on there online. Yeah, fucking nigger. And they'll murder you. and you pissed off, and then you take that in the real world.
That's real.
You're
But you know, Jay, getting back to what you were saying, like myself, I was raised in a house with nothing but guns. My grandfather was a gunsmith. We had guns on the coffee table, in the kitchen.
Show me your gun.
We had he had a pistol grip pump behind the front door.
Right.
He had a gun on the kitchen table next to his Bible.
Right.
House full of kids. Everybody knew not to touch grandpa's guns.
Right.
You know?
So when I was a kid, the little gun I had was like a little 25. The handle was broke. But if I had that today, I'd be scared to the motherfucker. With these little dudes pulling out these, what they call them, sticks. They walk around with their pants sagging with the gun hanging out their pants. And the clip is hanging out their pocket.
Man, this
I'm like, you don't go back.
This little dude pulled out a
You ain't
motherfucking
scared?
gun, was showing me, was proud of this motherfucker. He pulled out this gun. This motherfucker is made for aliens. I'm telling you, the goddamn clip was long as this motherfucker. I'm like, this is what they shoot motherfuckers with.
So again, what is the answer? Like, what do we? I mean, what did they come up with last night? Probably nothing.
And the parents, I'm gonna keep it real to the parents. Every home that these kids, you be thinking that these kids is bad until you fucking meet the mama and the fucking daddy. Then you see where this mentality is coming from. These parents, a lot of these, this is quiet as kept. I've seen it firsthand. A lot of these mamas is promoting their son in the gun and gang violence.
The mamas?
The mamas was quiet as kept.
I think the answer might be just get up out of America. You got other countries.
All you do is take that fucking mentality elsewhere.
But no, I think what it is too, though, because when you look at other countries compared to the U.S.,
They look at us
their
crazy.
gun laws are so strict.
Right.
That's why people are not out here just committing mass shootings and shooting up stuff, because the penalty for that crime is so high.
Right.
They're not willing to risk that. Like, they have the petty thefts and stuff like that, but you very rarely see gun violence.
Right.
Because
robberies.
yeah, exactly, because the penalties are so high. Here, there was never any large consequences set up to counteract our actions.
Right.
When you can shoot and kill someone and go to jail for 2 years and get out, that doesn't mean anything.
What I think they should do in high school and in late middle school is do a class on the consequences of actions using with guns. Because I don't even think these kids understand
Right.
the
violence. The consequences.
The consequences
after something like this happens. I mean, you know.
I think they should do a post pandemic psych evaluation.
Yeah.
Because a couple of years, last year, the world was ending.
The world
stopped.
has ended.
The world stopped. So a lot of kids, like, they still with that, like.
Yeah, they got
what?
some PS.
Right. What is PTSD?
PTSD.
STP?
PTSD.
PTSD.
Wow. I mean,
We're gonna come up with every fucking answer.
we're gonna have 1,000 answers.
Yeah, no guns, tougher laws, and all that shit ain't gonna work. You just gonna get
Not
worse.
laws.
What worse? Like to Miss Yolanda's point, in other countries. I mean, we can talk about my mom's home country. Jay been there in Bermuda. They have zero gun violence because they have zero guns. And if you are caught with a gun, it's 10 years off the rip.
10 years off the rip.
Off the rip.
Yeah, but they've been having a lot lately. Like five kids just got shot, killed in the last month. I keep up with it in the Bermuda news. Yeah, in Bermuda, man. And they getting gunned, and the bullets over there it's $100 a bullet on the street. And they just shot up this boy's house 16 times. $1,600.
That's
Well,
why.
maybe that's what they need to do. Charge $100 bullets so nobody has no bullets.
Right.
Listen, they won't have lights on in their house, but they'll have some bullets.
We can come up with everything but the real answer, and the real answer
There is no real answer.
And it's going to take a large scale. Is to get back to morality.
We can't.
Why is it such a problem now? Why wasn't gun violence such a problem post 1965? Because we had 2-parent homes, maybe. Because everybody talking bad about religion. Everybody knew Jesus to some sort.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, what's the difference between then and now?
I think someone down there just said it though, production as well.
Yeah.
They weren't making nearly as many guns back then as they're making now.
Right.
I think that's part of it.
There's so many different aspects to this. So many different aspects to this. Because speaking of that, Jay, I came across an article. They was talking about it last night on CNN about what people value anymore. And the article was talking about how it was entitled "Americans Have Shifted Dramatically in What Values Matter Most." Patriotism, religion, and having children are lower among younger generations than they were 2 decades ago. So people don't care about, you know what I'm saying, America, because America ain't nothing anyway. They don't care about religion, you know what I mean? And most of these youngsters, they don't want to have children. They don't even want to get married, which is weird to me. You know what I'm saying? So values have shifted, and it's in large part to everything that we've been talking about. Like I do believe those video games they have a huge impact. I think the music has a huge impact. I think everything that we consume, the IG and the TikTok, everything being fast and everything got to happen in a hurry. There's no socialization anymore. You know what I mean? The pandemic helped with that, to where, you know, give me 6 feet. Right? Don't talk to this person. Don't breathe on this person. And we doing everything online. And that's the generation that's coming up. And they don't have no love, man. You know what I mean? They don't have no love. 'Cause like I said, that's the first thing they do when they get into a conflict, is they go pull out that stick. They pull out that thing and they get to dumping.
And see, that's what we have to do. We have to get to the root. We talking about not even the preventative care. We talking about the cure. And
right.
I was always told an ounce of prevention is worth more than a ton of cure. So if we can prevent, what is really the problem? Why do these young boys feel like
They need it done.
It's so easy for them to kill somebody that looks just like them.
Right.
It's so easy. That means they don't have any self-worth. You know how hard it is to kill somebody who's your brother when you love yourself and you see yourself as somebody, something. See, we give a lot of black girl magic. That's fine. I love that. Hey, know your worth, sis. But what about these young boys?
Right.
Who's telling them to know their worth? From a young age. Because obviously they feel worthless.
That's real.
That's real.
That's a valid point. And so, in the community, to Jay's point, you know, what are we doing to foster this type of love that these young people really should have for one another? You know what I mean? It's going to involve some activism on our parts. So we have to ask, you know, we searching for answers. What are we willing to do? What are we willing to get out there and make happen in order to bring these, particularly these young men, even though, you know what I'm saying, in the case of Nashville, it's a little girl who did that.
Grown-ass woman.
Yeah, grown-ass woman. She looked like a little girl.
Killing babies.
Transgender. That's a whole nother subject.
No, let's get into that.
It was transgender, and that's part of self-hate too, in a way. I'm not speaking on everyone, but a lot of that's mental issues and self-hate as well, man. Like, let's keep it real. I hate myself. I'm going to mutilate myself.
You're going to get cancer.
Right.
You go to the
Right.
store, elementary, you go to the kids ain't got nothing
Nothing
to do with
to
how
do
you
with
feel about yourself.
Right.
You're getting it.
Right.
They've been bullying you, so why you
Right.
bullying them?
Right.
9-year-olds.
Yeah, 9-year-olds. They've been bullying
They
you.
hate life. They hate themselves. They hate life.
Okay, well, go take your life then, rather than their life.
Right.
So, you know, I'm not here to judge nobody on that. Was they wrong? Yeah. But the thing is the way society is set up, we gonna always have some crazy shit going on. It's all, but at least we can lower the numbers in our community. And how do we do that? We never heard no shit like that happening in our community. No mass shooting at the school and whatnot. But now that seems to be an issue.
Right.
So I'm gonna give y'all some conspiracy shit to go off.
Oh, here we go.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
We gotta have it.
Okay, so this is to everybody that to the kid that got caught up in Park County. Remember when the lady, what's her name, like Saul Pias or something like that? She came from Florida. She was supposed to recreate the Columbine. She was obsessed with the Columbine.
Oh, yeah.
She was a student. And they had a massive manhunt in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
They found her in the woods with a self-inflicted gunshot wound in Park County. So, you running from the law, don't go to Park County. Don't drive by Park County.
Well, that's obvious. Traveling on state to obvious.
Don't go by the plan. Don't be
going to Colorado mountain town.
Don't just go by the plan. And that's just weird. That's weird to me. Like he was found in the woods. She was found in the woods. It was a massive manhunt.
Yeah,
it could be a coincidence.
We already know how that goes down.
Right. Do not go up in the mountains.
Yeah, don't go
white folks.
Don't
go up to Park County.
Don't do that.
And that tickles me when black people be surprised that the devil being the devil. Like, oh, don't go to Park County, no shit.
But Alana Trav said it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men.
So it gets back to
Powerful. So it gets back to family. You get back to what we teach our children.
Which they're trying to dismantle.
Absolutely. There's a war going on.
And it starts at home with a lot of single mothers, because we can't undo what's done, right? But I think a lot of single mothers at home need to instill the importance of what being a man is, because it seems like it's passed down. You have the mother saying, I don't need a man. The daughter like, I don't want no man. And then the son listening to it all like, I don't want to be a man. And in fact, I hate men too. And I'm looking looking at myself, I hate myself. And I hate everybody that look like me, subconsciously. And then when they get into these games, that same kind of thinking is the blind leading the blind.
That was deep.
All right, we're gonna shift gears though.
Scuba diving deep.
Because we wanted to talk about this last week as well. Because the people in San Francisco, y'all know in
Reparations.
Reparations, baby, reparations.
She done put it all. Well, no, she done put the. They done put the whole.
They got a. Yeah, they got
a. Man, this is gonna be dangerous, man. Niggas don't need no reparations.
Listen.
Yeah, we do.
They don't have the whole program.
Oh, God, you sound like one of them. You sound like one of them.
No.
Okay, look. So look at the article.
You can't go.
You gotta have an order.
Come on, man.
You can't throw money at
We got to send you up out of here.
Yeah, I've been following this because this is very interesting.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
San
God, this is
Francisco.
gonna be the end of the world type shit here.
Let it end there when we get
All we gonna do is make Cadillac
already over.
power. Motherfucker.
Hey, let this motherfucker end.
Right.
Gucci, the United
San
States of
Francisco leaders. San Francisco leaders favor reparations that can include $5 million payouts. Here's when it can happen. Okay, so this is a proposal.
But you have to be born in San Fran. You have to be a resident.
You got to be a resident
so
of
us
San
in Colorado
Francisco.
just can't show up and say we want our money.
Right, but this is like a pilot. If it starts off in San Fran, it's going all the way across the country, right?
And Colorado next, because Colorado is a little California.
So the idea is to give anyone who's a descendant of slaves $5 million.
I love it.
Let me get that.
I love that.
Come back with that. We can split that.
I don't think y'all thinking this through.
Oh, we're thinking it through.
sound
We're
like
gonna
a
talk it over.
What you want, a good old hood?
No, listen.
What do you want?
This will be better for reparations.
Right, and that's what the wait. Let me say this, because the leader of the NAACP, he's like you, Jay. He said he don't think it's a good idea. He think we should have
cultural center.
A cultural center.
So
We should have
symbolic
some voting rights. We should. It should be given
I
to some
mine's-
leaders who can
mine's
give
a
us
little
the
different.
money. Come on, man.
Mine's a little different. Hear mine's out. My reparation plan. See, because listen, if you give money to a problem, to a broken and fucked up, already fucked up, what they made people, money ain't gonna fix it. It's just gonna, and that's why they would give it, because they know we just gonna stimulate their economy.
You know what?
We gonna put it right back in their
But you know what? If they spend it frivolously, that's on them.
Yeah, but see, I think there's a couple of things here because I have been
Give me my
following.
money.
I have been following this too, and because I do find this very interesting. But to several points that's been made, I think there's a couple of things. I think before you hand anybody who is not used to having that type of money, there needs to be some type of financial education. Because there needs to be financial education. It needs to be set up to the point where you don't get all of it at once. That it is dispersed out over several different payouts.
No.
Number one. And then number two, I also believe if you're married to a white woman, then you only get half because you already got white privilege. You're sleeping with white privilege. So you have half of it right there. So you don't need the full five. So then that extra part right there is go back into the community.
I like that.
Each individual will get $5 million.
Yolanda's racist.
I am not. I'm just saying. You are already
actually like
sleeping
that.
with white privilege. So why do you got half? You right there with
But in your
it.
household, you would get
That ain't
10.
gonna fly.
In your household, you would get 10. So that would be half.
She's not getting it.
No.
You get 10.
She's not getting it. He's getting it.
No.
And you and Brian
Yeah,
get
so
5
it's
apiece.
a 5. You look at
What they said?
I'm saying they only should get 2.5 million. No, because Brian is black.
Brian's white.
Brian's white. So we'll get 10 million. Brian is black. We will get our 10 million. But no, but I'm thinking because listen, I think that's important because everybody else has been compensated for what this world has done to them,
Right.
except up for us.
Absolutely.
So I do believe that there is something there, but it just has to be given out the right way. Because even the way our life insurance is set up, like, the twins do not give all their money at the same time, because the twins will be driving Ferraris, living in an apartment. Because I know who they are. That's what they do.
Think about the disbursement of the young.
So I'm thinking about the disbursement of how this money is given.
Let me take y'all in a time machine. Hold on.
Read what Daryl said. Read what Daryl said. He said, can y'all imagine Tony having $5 million?
Right. Let me tell y'all. Let me give y'all.
That's his business.
Hey, y'all say that's y'all business because, see, already even the thought of it blinds people to money. Even the thought of it.
Even the thought of it is blinding people.
Let me tell you what's going to happen.
Some people feel like that if we get it, we go spend it some sort of way.
Well, man, even that's the good side.
Every other culture who's been oppressed by another culture has gotten reparations, but black people.
Yep.
All right,
And they don't tell them how to spend it.
Hold on. But we are in a different state of mind than other people.
No.
It's realistic.
How much more different was it?
Chinese, Asian, you know fucking well. Hold on. Let's just go with this. Hold on. Let me finish, man.
Oh, dog, you can't.
No, let me finish. Let me go with this. For one, if everybody knew you got $5 million, for now, you going to be the target. Well, everybody, even the black ones. So when niggas run out of their money, now they motherfucker. I got to buy more guns because I know this nigga got $5 million somewhere.
Now we buy more guns. They run out of their money now. They're still coming after the little bit of money they think you have. So that doesn't matter.
Throwing money at the bottom does not fix it, and it's not reparations. It is just going to burn us down even faster. Trust me.
All right, sir.
Now you got a nigga with
All right, sir. Let me press the mute button. Now we gotta let somebody else speak. Thank you.
His drug problem is really a drug problem.
All right, Saeed.
I'm gonna read this while I'm so strong on this. Okay, this is from Dr. Claude Anderson, Black History Reader.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So he says in this book, the American economy, a vast pool of wealth and power, was built by the labor of enslaved blacks.
Of course.
And when former slavery ended after 360 years, the accumulated wealth was transferred into businesses and industries on the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street. Under slavery, black labor was a commodity, just like cotton, tobacco, and grain. Well, a slave was a movable personal property, which could be collateralized. Right? Come on. Slavery generated wealth, became the foundation for a nation's banking, insurance, and real estate, telecommunications, transportation, manufacturing, agriculture, and processing industries. Wall Street was literally founded on slavery. Slavery built Wall Street. Slave labor provided the capital and the financial structure of Wall Street that remains a key pillar in upholding racial inequality and social economic oppression today. When you start looking at the prison industrial complex, that is on Wall Street.
Right.
Who's in the prison industrial complex?
Black people.
Black people. Slavery still exists.
It does.
So when we start talking about repairing something, the root word of reparations, when you're talking about 400 plus years of free labor, it's time to cut the check. Regardless if you are responsible.
Time to clap your hands.
Invest in a certain way or not, that's not my problem. I'm smart enough to do the right thing with it.
Boom.
I don't care what you spend on.
All right, now listen.
You already talked.
$1,000
Wait a minute.
Whatever.
I get to say something. I get to say something too. I get to say something too. Because here's the thing. The Japanese were given reparation. The Jews were given reparation. Even the natives, to a certain extent, were given reparation.
Exactly.
And there's so many people who've been given reparation. The only ones who haven't been given reparations is the ones who built this country. That's one. Two, did nobody tell the Jews how to spend their money once they got it?
That part.
We don't care about how. I don't care how Saeed spends his money. I don't give a damn. That ain't my business. What I do with my money is my business. what I'm gonna do with my $5 million, I'm gonna build a mosque, I'm gonna build a school, I'm gonna help build institutions, and there's gonna be many people in the community who do the same thing. We the only ones who hate each other so much that we concerned about the way our brother spends his money.
And if you're so concerned, then you go get you a damn Cadillac dealership and let niggas come by.
Exactly.
No, listen.
Exactly.
Don't take what I'm saying as non-reparation. What I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. Throwing money at the problem just inflares it. It's already a fire. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Just please hear me out. Real reparations would be brothers that got a felony, wipe it off. Child support, wipe it off.
If you got
let me finish. Goddamn. Student loans, wipe them off.
$5 million.
We need business loans, 0%. For the ones that is working, and that's more realistic. Giving $5 million, they selling you a fucking dream. They selling you a dream. There's no way they can give every black person $5 million. It will bring America. You think they're going to go bankrupt to satisfy you? Or they would have been did that.
They're helping you finish.
They're not going to give you $5 million.
Black and white right now.
They're not going to give you $5 million to every black person. Come on, let's be real.
At the end of the day, and to your point, everybody has received their reparations except for us.
Exactly.
And we all know that this country was built off the backs of us. We all know this. But when they only view you as 3/4 of a man, they don't believe that you 3/5. Excuse me, 3/5. They don't believe that you're worthy of that money. And that's why they're not giving us our money, because in their eyes, they still view us as their property.
Exactly.
And not as us as individuals.
That part.
And that's the problem.
Right. So they just throwing money at a problem.
Exactly.
It's repairing a situation.
But let's truly repair
that in the Constitution.
Let's truly repair. Let's rebuild Black Wall Street. Let's get our own section of land.
Would you be able to do that
and
easy with
rebuild
$5
that?
million when you do $5 million?
I like Farrakhan's reparation plan. That's something that can actually work. Fund us for the next 20 years. Give us our own land. Give us $5 million. That's part of their plan. Because they know that you're going to give it right back to
I'm 52. They give me that $5 million right
That's what I'm saying. Give me $5 million right now.
And we'll even be in a worse state.
You talking about following?
Because can you get $5 million for somebody who has an addiction problem?
Listen. You talking about following Minister Farrakhan's plan? If they giving $5 million, that includes members of the Nation of Islam.
Right.
What you think we gonna do with it?
Right.
We gonna buy them 20. We gonna buy them 8 to 10 states. All that land. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what we're gonna do with it. We don't care about that paper. It's what you can do with the paper.
You can't worry about what other people do with their money.
Exactly.
You can only worry about what you're gonna do with yours. If you have $5 million,
ain't that our thinking now? How far has it gotten us? Ain't that our thinking now?
No.
I'm only worried about me.
But hold up though. See, that's the thing. When I see that $5 million, I don't just see that $5 million. I see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What we gonna do with it?
You being too optimistic. That's fine. You being too optimistic.
Come on now.
Like Mike Tyson said, everybody got plans until they get punched in the face.
Okay, so how about this? So we're gonna have a plan and we're gonna learn
that's
about
facts,
it.
Jack. Everybody say what they gonna do, what I'm gonna do, and it's all righteous and that's all fun.
Well,
until the money in their hand.
Well, you can take your $5 million and you can get gone.
Yeah.
We're gonna do something with it.
Right.
I don't think it's. I mean, hey.
Or you just don't take yours.
You let us take yours.
Leave yours.
I don't think it. I just don't. Me personally, I think to repair our community, we need better schools, a student loan, we need our driver license. We need to get Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, these banks involved in the reparation plan. Better school, just throw money. We are a burning society right now. throwing money at us just keeps the blaze
We
going.
might have to just put this on the table.
We need an extinguisher.
You know what it is?
We need an extinguisher.
He got more things than everybody, so he don't want everybody to catch up with his.
What kind of shit is that? So where you think I'm gonna be at for 5 years? Hey, y'all sit up with your ass. What kind of shit is that?
Oh, you got a Tesla too?
Okay. All that shit ain't gonna even matter at that point.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
The chat room say you need to sit your ass down.
Honestly, I just know what money can do to certain motherfuckers.
But that's every race. It's not just
Exactly.
it's every race.
Yeah, but we a little bit more different.
Saeed,
They put a little bit
please.
more
Saeed, let
on us.
Saeed speak, please, sir.
Jay, you said, why not improve the school system? But if you have black people who have 5 million apiece, we can create our own school system. Since this school system has
I'm
failed
glad we
us,
got this shit on tape.
I'm glad we
go
do
back
too.
to this.
I'm glad we do too.
Because ain't none of that shit gonna happen.
No, we ain't gonna do no
Ain't none of that shit gonna happen. I'm going to better find your ass when you get fucked up.
For 6 months you won't.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna see my ass for a minute. I ain't even gonna lie. But I'm
gonna be gone.
Exactly. When I get 5 million, I will not be
We
cutting
ain't
hair.
gonna even be able to get a haircut nowhere.
I'm gonna just make this point. I'm just make this point about the biggest problem that black people have in this country. I mean, not only have we been oppressed, but it's been economic inequality.
Right.
always.
We've never been able to play on a level playing field. If we had the resources, we wouldn't be talking about these people's schools. We would have our own schools.
There we go.
Right.
We wouldn't be talking about these people's institutions. We would have our own institutions, our own communities. We wouldn't be talking about.
You think $5 million anybody gonna go
Collectively, they're talking about in California that will be $80 billion.
They not going to work.
Injecting $80 billion into the black community? Are you serious?
Joe Biden.
Come on, man.
They didn't go to work for 15 and now imagine 5 million.
And you can't
man.
Let's have cars like when you walk down Monaco and they walk in the church and
Hey man,
the
this
synagogue.
ain't
Yeah, man.
It's their community.
This ain't going gloom, Jay. This is.
I know this is a hard pill to swallow, and a lot of people don't want to hear it because it's the fake, and that's why I believe socialism and capitalism works for our community, but capitalism alone and every nigga hate me for it. I don't give a damn. But everybody don't deserve. Everybody don't need to have money.
Go sit back.
Believe it or fucking not. Everybody don't. I'm talking about millions of dollars. It ain't meant for everybody to have millions of dollars.
That's not on you.
You know what? There's another.
Inflation will raise. A gallon will now cost us $1,000. Man. No, it's not. It's real.
And this is what you are doing, and this is what I don't understand. White people put us in a box all the time.
Right.
They keep us in those 4 square corners and expect us not to get out of anyone. And the minute we step out of one, then they have an issue with that. So us as black people cannot keep ourselves in those 4 corners. And you're talking like you just want to keep us in those 4 corners.
No, I don't want to keep us in
another
those 4
word,
corners.
you still want to
strategize.
You still want to
That's not that bullshit. You still want nobody more pro-black than Jay Bird.
Okay.
But the thing is, I can foresee things that most people can't. Now the thing is with money, it ain't meant for everybody to have fucking this kind of money. It's going to cause chaos.
But
We need real reparations. Like do something that's real. They're not going to give $80 billion. That's $80 billion just to San Francisco.
But you need another United Negro Congress.
Now just imagine around the world. Because the world is needed for these reparations. You got Africa, you got the West Indies, you have Brazil, you have all that reparations.
We're talking about
This shit ain't gonna happen.
All right, Jay Burns.
This is just another ploy from a white man to keep niggas
All right,
talking
Jay.
about
All right,
something.
Jay. Let somebody else talk. We heard you. Cool.
Why they over there
Jay,
fumbling
Jay.
over here?
Come on, man.
We have several black men in here, right? Some of us are leaders, Herm's leader. Trav, they come in here and get information from us on the day. They get information from these brothers on a daily basis. So you don't think that one point that if Herm say do this, a lot of people's gonna follow his lead to where he can keep his money?
Thank you.
Everybody out here ain't on drugs. Everybody out here ain't trying to spend their money foolishly like you think. So what you saying is, I can't give these brothers no money because they ain't gonna know how to act and they gonna spend their money the wrong way.
Just because a couple is gonna act that way.
What you said was we wouldn't know how to act with that much money.
No, listen.
That's exactly
I
what you
already
said.
heard it. This on tape. Go back and rewind it.
That's what you said. You said they wouldn't do right with that much money. Listen, you're a family man, right? You have kids. You can dictate to them, I have this amount of money. This is what I'm going to do to make my family successful. You can't worry about everybody else's family. Your main priority is making sure your kids are set. What makes you think that he's not going to do it, he's not going to do it, I'm not going to do it, to make sure that our foundation is coming up the right way?
Right.
We not all going to throw the money away because we have children and we know that, to bring up behind us. So that money probably would benefit a lot of us.
Well, no, I understand that.
Hand clap for Cool. Cool got it for the
And
common
fine with
sense.
that. But to think it through, and to see what the effects, the after effects will be. Okay? You got $5 million. Black people got $5 million. How many motherfuckers that they gonna show you who's really running shit with your $5 million? So what cost us $5 a gallon a day?
Can't say that, Jay.
It's gonna be 1,000 tomorrow.
We can't predict what will and what won't happen.
Only then when you gonna see the real him and whose name was printed on that money.
That's the gas.
That's the reason my word. Exactly.
But I get it. I get enough blacks to so much. We need some money so much. We willing to take anything they throw us.
This is the first
We
time
willing to
I
take
heard
anything
the first
they
time I ever heard
throw us.
Why do you talk
I get it.
about reparations?
Why do you think that
They've been
it's something
shagging
that
on
is
this
versus
years.
something that is old?
Reparations
Jay Burns done took the
is
show
to
off
repair.
the rails.
Is to repair.
That is old. That is
They
old.
owe us.
Fine.
They owe you.
Fine. And we gon' if we was gonna really get it, they what 160 something years overdue.
Hey, I'm gonna turn your mic down. Cause the chat room is going in on your ass right now. I gotta tell you, they sit your ass down. They are going in. But so look, man, we done ran up on time. Jay done took the majority of the time, boy.
Uncle Ruckus in this motherfucker. Y'all niggas don't need no money.
Watch the tape.
Maybe I never gave you niggas money.
I'm like Jay-Z. I won't be like Jay-Z. They done gave the right niggas money.
Oh man, listen, we done ran up on time, man. Thank you. Hey man, this has been awesome. Hey man, thank you all in the chat room for being so patient with this conversation today. Oh my God, I gotta turn the mic down on this dude because he just gone. The cut of the week, y'all. Hey, cut of the week, y'all. It's Ramadan. To all of my Muslim brothers and sisters out there, have a blessed Ramadan. This is the cut of the week. Ways with the part. You know what I'm saying? That's the Farrakhan. Okay. Done by B. Okay. Remember, if you wanna get in, make sure that you go to astar2.com and book your appointment. Get your merch. Get your merch. Miss Yolanda got her merch on. She got her T-shirt on. Supremely Faded. So get all your merch. Support black business. Let's repair ourselves.
And thank you.
Yeah, make it so funny.
And that's really the truth of it all. It's like they can offer us. They can only offer us reparations in the form of material wealth. They can't offer true repair that only comes from God, and we have to do that amongst ourselves, right? But that money gonna help.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
That money gonna help.
but it has to be.
So look, we out. Let me turn the mic down before they start talking again. We getting out of here. We getting out of here. The show done went off the rails. This dude done learned he could talk. We love y'all in the chat room. We'll see y'all next time. Remember, stay black, stay strong. And remember, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Peace. We out.
That's like me talking about Travis right now. Travis, I'm suing you for $100 million.
Oh, man. Peace, everybody. It's your brother Herman, Supreme Style Muhammad. Just wanted to drop in and let you know what we have going on. In addition to our community work that we've been doing for years, and in addition to being the sole proprietor of Supreme Style Barbershop, where we've been serving the community for close to 25 years. Now we've partnered up with an insurance company called Ethos in an effort to help our people with life insurance. That's something that we all need. I know it's something that we don't want to think about, but it is something that we all need if we want to leave anything to our loved ones when we leave this space. So do me a favor, click on the link or go to our website astar2.com and click on the Ethos page. We'll see you on the other side.
I'm a DJ in your town, looking for direction. Matter of fact, the produce section. Can I get more? On the way to school, walking by the prison door. Plus 2 liquor stores and a dog park. Talk about an eyesore when the post park. Have you ever seen a college?